19 degrees outside. In a desert.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, Obama. I know you were behind this. You and Cobra Commander and your weather machine.
Ready? As ready as I'll ever be.
We are here, as always, to talk about new comic books. This is, after all, the Max's Super Awesome Comic Review Show, and Foxy.
An afterthought.
No. I mean, you're at the
a late edition.
No, look, every fan of this show has sent me hate mail and sent, like, We Heart Foxy Valentine's Day cards, so...
That's mostly a lie, but I appreciate your fabrication.
One time it did happen.
Yeah.
So...
Hand-delivered.
Yeah, hand-delivered. They were just, like, crossed my name out, and they were like, Foxy Super Awesome Show. That was cool. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
So, no, I think that you are, in the hearts and minds of our fans, the forefront. And I'll be the afterthought, and I'm cool with that. There's a small week for books, so we're going to blast right through this, and then we're going to do our previews watch segment. You ready to do this?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, coming in at number 5, it is Star Trek Planet of the Apes, the Primate Directive number 1. It was cool. I mean, it was an episode of Star Trek where they find the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
There were some classic Star Trek characters in there that weren't just on the main bridge crew of the Enterprise, like a few of the Klingon characters from some of the older episodes and some Romulans, so it was cool.
And the cover for issue 2. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Did not expect Heston. I thought it was going to be all apes in Star Trek, so
yeah,
that's exciting.
It is really cool. I'm excited for it. Coming in at number 4, it is Abigail and the Snowman number 1. KaBoom. KaBoom published this one, but this was fun.
Oh, yeah.
This was a fun little story about a snowman.
I've long been a Roger Langridge fan.
Snarked.
It's it's cool art. It's exactly what I would expect out of the guy. It doesn't quite outdo his work on Thor: The Mighty Avenger, but very few comics can hold a candle to that.
Well then, coming in at number 3, I know this is a book that a lot of people have been waiting for. It is S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1, inspired by the hit TV series.
I read an interview with Mark Waid where he was saying he's got parameters that he's working within, but it's still fun, and it's introducing the Fitzsimmons characters and the Agent May character to the comics universe. And I have a feeling it'll have some effect on the show at some point too. Like, the next issue features Miss Marvel as a guest star. I wouldn't be surprised to see Miss Marvel showing up on the TV show a couple seasons down the road, after the Captain Marvel movie perhaps, or something.
Sure. And now, that brings me to the point I want to make about this book. They're all quasi one-shot sort of dealios.
Yeah, they're all standalone stories. It's kind of like when Warren Ellis did Secret Avengers, and every issue was with a different artist. Every issue will be a different artist, though it's the same writer, Mark Waid.
Locking it down.
And they're getting good art teams on it. Next issue is Humberto Ramos. Issue 4 is Chris Sprouse. This one was Carlos Pacheco. So really cool. Cool book. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a book that you might look at first glimpse and be like, gimmick, or like,
TV tie-in. Blah,
right, but I mean, you could tell that Marvel is putting their full weight behind it. They're getting their top artists and an A-class writer to do it. So
totally.
Hey.
It's kind of surprising, but I'm into it.
All right, coming in at number 2, it is Miracleman Annual number 1. I was really excited for it because it's written by Grant Morrison, and it didn't disappoint me.
Grant Morrison told Joe Quesada, the only way I'm going to let you publish that story is if you draw it. And that's why Quesada drew his short. And it's beautiful. Quesada's art is always great.
Amazing.
And the Allreds...
Queso.
I do love me some queso. Chips and queso.
Every time I hear his name, I'm like, gotta get some queso.
Queso. Chips and cheese.
Chips
queso.
and cheese. It's queso. I think queso is just...
Queso is just cheese.
The chips
it's not chips.
Cheese.
God.
But you eat one on the other.
Yeah.
It's okay, you're a fox.
Unique. But yeah, the Allreds drew the Milligan story. Really cool, like, classic vibe on that. And a callback to Alan Moore's story as well.
It's limited because they can't do anything new.
They can't take any forward steps because they're still reprinting the original series.
Yeah.
But it is exciting to see new content in the Miracleman universe. Definitely check it out because Miracleman is awesome. It's like Alan Moore's first deconstructionist superhero tale, and then Neil Gaiman takes over after he leaves. And as soon as they get done with the reprints, I highly anticipate more new material like this annual. except he'll be able to take forward steps. So that'll be cool.
Number 1 this week is East of West, number 16, which is cool and lends more credence to the encyclopedia world-building book that they released last time, because it does actually bridge that.
Yeah, there were like 5 story pages or whatever in the encyclopedia one.
That's all you need.
They were necessary.
They're good 5 pages.
And reading the timeline did clarify things a lot going into this first issue of year 2 of the Apocalypse. The war, like who all the players are, what they're...
It just sounds funny to say year 2 of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like it's the end of the world, but not yet.
Well, I can't rush it.
Yeah. These things take some time.
And something I didn't realize until looking at the encyclopedia map was that it's all happening in America. Even the state of China, whatever it is, we're not going to fact check.
It's Oregon.
But yeah, it's Oregon and Washington. So that's crazy, and I didn't realize that. I thought this story was spanning the globe. Makes me wonder what's going on in the rest of the world.
That's true. Yeah. Or is it just an American apocalypse?
Yeah, well, the apocalypse comes to America.
Only America.
Europe is fine, eating crumpets.
Oh, and that's going to be our top 5. In fact, that is like everything that came out this week, except for the DC Weekly books. But those are out. Everybody knows they're out. They come out every week. Right, now let's look at previews and see what maybe DC is doing in the future. But first, Dark Horse. So from Dark Horse Comics, Mike Mignola has a new series, Frankenstein Underground.
Mm-hmm.
What that bad boy's called, and that looks
awesome.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, always.
And and in like the previews pages you see Hellboy, boxing, Frankenstein, always a winner.
Yeah.
The original graphic novel one.
Yeah.
What was that called? That was called
Drumroll, please.
Apocalyptigirl.
Yeah, Apocalyptigirl. Headlopper was his first, it was like a Kickstarter comic that he did.
His Headlopper is what you get if Mike Mignola wrote an issue of Brian Wood's Northlanders by way of James Stokey's Orcstain.
Stoko. Yeah.
Stoko.
Speaks for itself. But yeah,
it does.
That's coming from Dark Horse and Andrew McLean, right?
Yes. And that one looks fantastic.
Then after that we had the IDW with Gem.
Yeah, from IDW. We have Gem and the Holograms, number 1.
Sarah Richards is doing the variant cover, and Ross Campbell's doing the interiors.
That's right.
Our Turtles buddy.
Yeah, Ross Campbell's doing the interiors. Oh my god, I can't wait to see how. I don't care what you say about Gem and the Holograms, but if you say something bad, I will come and fight you. This book is going to be awesome. Also from IDW, we have Miami Vice.
Remix.
Remix it for me, Foxy. Yeah. That's my jam.
That's how they did it in the 80s, bro.
That's a funky, fresh beat you have there. And that one is... Jim Mafu.
Yeah, Jim Mafu and Joe Casey on writing. So that's going to be ridiculous.
That one's going to be quite fantastic. And let's see, that brings us to Image. Image Comics. Oh man, they have some cool stuff coming out. Chrononauts from Mark Millar and Sean Murphy.
Heck yeah.
Sean Gordon Murphy. Apparently he's changing his name now. Hey, I'll respect it.
Fancy pants there.
But Fiona Staples is doing cover E, so that's awesome.
Yeah, look at all the variant covers. There's so many covers.
Yeah, we got Matteo Scalara,
Declan Shalvey,
Fiona Staples, Ryan Otley. It's cool stuff. I mean, this is an awesome book. It's about time travelers.
But it's like cowboy time travelers in sports cars.
More like Top Gun time traveling.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Top Gun time traveling.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Yeah! I don't know how I'm just getting that now. Next up, Descender, number 1, obviously. Jeff Lemire. Very cool. I'm excited.
And Dustin Eugen. Most recent that I saw him was on Batman Little Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
But he also did those really awesome, it was pre-52, he was doing, was it Streets of Gotham? Yeah, Streets of Gotham.
Yeah,
was
Streets
really
of Gotham.
rad.
Yeah, that was
So,
why did that series ever get canceled?
Him doing an awesome sci-fi thing about a robot with Jeff Lemire, into it.
Yeah. And then we have, this one is called Invisible Republic. It is pitched as Breaking Bad meets Blade Runner. 2 awesome things. It looks beautiful.
Gabriel Hardman and Karina Bechko worked together on the Planet of the Apes books. Hardman also did that Kinski book about the dog noir thing.
Oh, that's right. That's right. that I remember reading that on the thing. I was like, oh yeah. Kinski.
In going deep cuts, Hardman actually had an awesome run with Jeff Parker on the Red Hulk series after Jeff Loeb stopped writing 25 issues of,
Having known what they've previously worked on, probably going to be pretty fantastic.
Oh yeah.
This is the one that I am most interested in, actually. Not most excited for, just most interested. It's Southern Cross. The reason I'm most interested in this book is I like so far what Becky Cloonan's been doing as a writer, kind of branching away from illustrating, even though big fan of the art side of that one. But it's just cool. Anytime a creator steps out in a different direction, starts doing something else. And when we talk about Marvel, how can you not talk about Marvel's greatest character? Or not. But it's Howard the Duck!
Yeah! You got that right.
Chip Zdarsky and,
Joe Quinones on art, Chip Zdarsky on writing and variant covers, it looks like. We've got Scotty Young variants. It's gonna be...
You got Paul Pope variants.
Paul Pope variant.
You got movie variants.
Awesome.
You got all kinds of stuff.
It sounds cool. Chip Zdarsky's so funny. He adds a lot to Sex Criminals, so it's cool to see him with this crazy character.
Yeah, I think he's gonna capture the Duck perfectly.
Yeah, he's awkward. The Duck's awkward. It's gonna be great.
And the other thing that we are excited about from Marvel is issue 5 of Spider-Woman will feature her new costume. Is that the first time it's going to be featured?
It's going to be the first, that's the new costume and a new artist, rather.
Yep.
So people that were concerned that Spider-Woman wasn't getting the strong representation that she should have been, where she wasn't just an object and all that, it seems like they're doing a course correction of maybe the backlash from getting Greg Land and Milo Manara to draw heavily sexualized and pornographic images for the first couple.
But also, I like the functionality that modern superhero costumes are taking on, because they translate easier to the screen for TV shows and for movies, but also because they're easier to diversify your cast of characters. Like if everyone's wearing spandex, everybody has to have a certain build. Whereas if it's like a leather jacket, it's a leather jacket.
Yeah, the utilitarian approach just makes more sense. And you hear people online saying like, oh, Batgirl ripoff, but Batgirl was not the first one to have a utilitarian costume. You know, even going back to Captain Marvel's costume, zipped up all the way, her head's covered, it's got, zippers and pouches happened long before Batgirl. They're all around, they're coming in, it's in vogue, that's cool, and it's not a competition. It's great. Marvel and DC are both clothing their women in utilitarian clothes.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to transfer over to the men's side of things too.
Probably not.
Probably
not. And it's not going to affect Power Girl if Jimmy Palmiotti has anything to do with it.
Oh, man. Probably not also there.
Some people like spandex, though.
Some people do like spandex. They're okay.
And then I think the only other thing we wanted to talk about was the...
Alan Moore book.
Yeah, Alan Moore, Nemo
Part 3. River of Ghosts.
I haven't read the second one, honestly. I'm really behind on my reading. Roses of Berlin. It's in my stack. But the Nemo Heart of Ice was fantastic. It was the best League of Extraordinary Gentlemen book since book 2.
But yeah.
The Black Dossier was kind of weird, but alright. And then Century didn't really land for me. But Nemo Heart of Ice was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to this third in the trilogy of Nemo books.
I'm very excited that he's just putting out more than one book every, year.
Yeah.
That's cool too. But anyway, that's our previews watch. So, March will be very exciting. That's going to do it for tonight's episode of the Max's Super Awesome Comic Review Show. We hope you found it helpful and wonderful, and I hope you go out and enjoy some new comics today, because it is New Comic Book Day. Also, everybody out there, have a very safe and very happy New Year.
Happy New Year!